Hey guys, my name is CNJMC1, and this is Kerbal Space Program Kerbal X Episode 3. Now, Kerbal X was a series that I started up a long time ago, and Kerbal X was pretty much my variant of SpaceX and how it's like a space company type thing. It was supposed to be of my playthrough of career mode, and looking back at it with the previous videos I made, it didn't have many mods, or mods that were somewhat decent, and it didn't have any goals to look forward to throughout the series. So with the update of 0.23.5 and me getting better at Kerbal Space Program, what I've done is I'm going to start the series up again but with a bunch of new mods. And I'm going to have some challenges for myself. The mods that you will see in this series are going to be linked in the description. If I ever get new mods or remove some mods, the description will always be updated. But for this episode and maybe episodes ahead of time, I have the mods, but I might not know where they come from. And so I'm going to have to look around to see where they come from and find the links. The links will also be with the mods listed in the description, but I'll put the ones that I know of so far in the screen right in front of you. And the challenges that I'm setting for myself, they're just to make the game a bit harder and to make the series last a long time, because once you get past career mode, there's not much left to do in Kerbal Space Program unless you want to restart career mode. So what I have, the challenges that I've set for myself are what I have to do before I end the series. The challenges that I set for myself are to fully complete the tech tree. There are to be no researched technologies in the tech tree. It has to be completely completed. Throughout this series, I have the Kethane mod, which allows the mining and processing of kethane into liquid fuel, oxidizer, monopropellant, and other fuels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a refueling station at most of the planets in the solar system, and I'm going to have refueling stations at the moon and Minmus. Even though they aren't going to be used mostly, I still want them to be there to make the experience more awesome. Also, I'm going to try. I have a mod pack which allows for the building of life system capsules. This is to go. I forgot. This is one of the mods that I don't know where it comes from yet, but I am looking into it. It's supposed to be working with the Kerbal life support system, which is a mod I don't have because it makes the game too hard for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those parts to colonize the Kerbal planets in the Kerbal system. So places like Drez, Lathe, Elu, places like that. I'm going to have like colonization sites, and with those colonization sites, I'm going to have fueling stations. The purpose I'm having these fueling stations is because I want this series to run a really long time, and I like a good challenge, and I'm gonna kill a lot of Kerbals on the way, but it's all fun and games. Literally, it's a game. But anyways, you can think of the refueling stations at the colonization sites as like power plants. I'll make them seem like power plants, but I can't guarantee anything with that. And I think that's all the challenges. To fully complete the tech tree, going to colonize the planets going to colonize the planets in the Kerbal system on Kethane deposits, and having a refueling station at those sites, and having refueling stations at the moon and Minmus. I also have an optional objective for myself and having colonization sites on Moon and Minmus. But the thing is that the Moon and Minmus are pretty easy to get to, and I want to get to places that are hard for me to get to. I have not done any interplanetary transfers yet with time windows and anything, but I am going to look into that, and I'm going to try and get better at Kerbal Space Program along the way. But yeah, I've taken enough of your time. Let's get to the actual video. I've been seeing JMC1, and I will see you guys later. Hello everybody, my name is JMC1, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program Kerbal X. Based on my intro, you will have already known that Kerbal X was a series that I started up a long time ago, and now I'm bringing it back. So I didn't carry the save file, like I didn't save like the save file for the previous Kerbal X thing I had, and so I only have 2 worlds up, and so let's start up a new world, Kerbal X career mode. Let's choose a flag. What's the flag? Oh, these look cool. Trippy. Smoke weed every day. No, I'm just kidding. Um, these flags look cool. I'm gonna choose New Horizons. That looks awesome. Okay, there. Start. Yay, we have our we have our space program up and running. Let's do this. Alright. Alright, now let's get to it. We're gonna build a simple rocket. All the models, all the items you can build just pop up there suddenly, randomly. I don't know why. Parachute. Oh, it's gonna need that. And what else do we gonna need? Well, yeah, we don't have many things. Actually, no. Let's just leave it like this. And then we could take a crew report on the ground and get a surface sample from the launch pad. I think that's like the easiest way to get science initially. Yeah, it is one of the easiest ways to get science initially. You can actually get science that's there's like a lot of places to get science that are near or on the Kerbal spaceport. Like, let me just turn off Kerbal Alarm Clock. Kerbal Alarm Clock is one of the mods I have, along with Ferrum Aerospace and Docking Alignment Indicator. So, what you can do is you can get science from the launch pad. You can get science from just the grass nearby, like this kind of grass. You can get the science from that grass. You can get science from like you can get science from the mountains. What I thought is that you had to be like on top or the side of a mountain, but what you have to do is you see the texture, it's kind of gray rockish like thing. If you're on an area where the texture looks like rock, then that's considered to be a mountain biome, so you don't have to be on top, you don't have to land on top or on the side of a mountain in order to get mountain science. But I'm not completely sure. You can also get science from the water. I'm not sure, but you can also get science from the runway. You know, concrete. You won't be able to pick up any. It says your Kerbal wasn't able to pick up anything, but yeah. So crew report 1.5 science. There you go. EVA. Let's go down. Let go. All right, Jebediah, how you doing? EVA report and take surface sample. The surface is charred and coated with burnt rocket propellant. There are also trace amounts of conspicuous green substance. That's entertaining because we haven't launched anybody. But you can't argue with logic. Recover this vessel and we will get our first bits of science, everybody. Yes. Alright, so we got 12.9. Why doesn't it give us 13 science then? Why does it skip the decimal? Just put 12.9. Anyways, with our newfound minuscule amounts of science, we are able to get this for 5 science, which are some decouplers, KW Rocketry rockets, some mystery goo, and some larger rockets, and Globe 1 SRB, one of the smallest boosters in the KW Rocketry mod pack. So there you go. Let's see what's in here. Bigger engines, that's what's in here. Bigger engines. This engine might be... There's not a lot of difference between these two engines. This is for like when you're high above the atmosphere and you have like a lot of fuel but you don't want to use it very quickly, but you still want a lot of power. This is what that rocket is used for. This rocket over here is just a variant of this, to tell you the truth. And we've got parachutes. Yeah, these things over here, they're from another mod I got, Universal Storage, and what it does is that it allows for storage of resources like water. It's supposed to go with the Kerbal Life Support System mod, but it can work without it. And what this mod supplies is the items that I'm going to need in order to build colonization sites. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to go for. What's in here? Alright, let's go. Sorry. Let's go make a actual rocket. So another mod that I have is deadly reentry. We don't have any pods. Why would I? We don't have any, like. Never mind. Another mod that I have is the deadly reentry, and that pretty much makes reentering kind of dangerous. I've never, like, in any, like, I've played in another world before, but I've never lost a Kerbal or anything to deadly reentry. I've lost spacecraft to it, but not Kerbals, surprisingly. So, like, similar with these mystery goo, we're going to maybe we can attach this and send it. Because when you have, like, okay, so let's say you have like 2 mystery goo containers, right? And you get science from one. But if you get science from the same altitude or whatever, and you keep both of those science, you only get the amount of science for one capsule. The other capsule will be negated. So what you do is that you get the original science in here, and then you come in here, observe mystery goo. Now if you click this, then when you, like, recover the vessel, it's going to acknowledge that you have 2 samples of this, but it's going to end up 0 because it's going to record this one and consider this one as like a repeat and won't do much good. So what you can do is you can just transmit the data, and then that way, I think the science over here gets, oh, it was done just as we ran out of power. But if we review the data in here, it should be worth less. Yeah, it is worth less. But you can't carry, like, both of those in here. Plus, it wasn't much science in general. Let's see if we can still get a crew report. No. Let's just recover the vessel. Alright, we gained a little more science, but not enough to get even one of those nodes. Okay, so we're back at the VAB, and now let's put actual thrusters on here. Actual thrusters. Oh my gosh. Swig. Anyways, let's put another one of these on here, and let's put that. And there's nothing in aerodynamics. So we can't control anything, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a solid rocket booster down here. I would like to have this on here, like put it on here, but we don't have any of those side decouplers, and so we're just going to have to send this. So let's make this decouple and fire at the same time, and then there you go. Let's go. Just like a heads up or warning. In general, when I'm really picky about getting the max amount of science that I can get on Kerbin, but once I get to places like the moon or Minmus that also have biomes, it's going to be really hard for me to actually find those places with the biomes. Like, I sort of know where the biomes are, but it's kind of hard for me to actually identify where the biomes are. So I'm going to launch this. Boom! Flying. And let's see if we can get a crew report while flying. There you go, we can. Let's get a crew report while flying. Okay then. It jiggles and wobbles with the craft files. To tell you the truth, I only want to get on-air science, like science that comes from flying, not being high up in the atmosphere or something like that. Does the solid rocket booster even produce electricity? No, it doesn't. Oh my gosh, we're stuck. Can you deploy chute? I'm so glad deploying a chute doesn't require electricity. Our Kerbal would have been screwed. He's kind of screwed already, look at that. I can't stage. Can I stage? Yeah, there you go. I couldn't help it. So Jebediah Kerman, what's it like to be the first person with the failed rocket? He says it feels awesome because look at that, he's smiling. What does he see though? He sees death. That's what he sees. He sees death. No, not MC. I do find it kind of hilarious though. Do you see that model just glitching out down there? Anyways, let's fast forward all the way to the ground. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. There you go. I'm actually kind of glad that I'm going to land in the water somewhat, because then what I can do, oh, that was a lot of G-forces. It was only for a second anyways. Anyways, what I was saying was I'm kind of glad that I'm going to land in the water because then I can get my Jebediah Kerman out and I can make him get a surface sample from the water and an EVA report. So I can get a little more science. So let's just take him out. Let's do EVA report. This is the most precarious situation. Yes, it is. Are you standing on water? Because he did the standing and like when you fall down and you look up, that he did that animation. You've taken a sample of the water here. There is bits of vegetation in it, suggesting a strong likelihood that there is land nearby. Can you just not see that? Can you just not see it? Really? Since I don't think I can get back in the pod easily, I'm just going to recover Jebediah, and then I'm gonna go into the what's it called? We got 17 signs just from Jebediah Kerman. There you go. And then I'm going to go into the tracking station, and I'm just going to go look for here and recover this. A little pet peeve that I have, I think, is that this entire continent is really huge, and there's only like 2 rivers and really tiny lakes. Like technically, most of this continent should be desert because there's not a lot of water nearby to maintain temperature and stuff. This might get away with it just a little bit, but I'm not completely sure about it. I'm not sure if what I'm saying is right or wrong. I'm just saying it. Okay, so let's go back into the VAB. And let's try to get this capsule into space, or at least a suborbital flight, because then that would be swag. If you guys think that this video is boring, honestly, I won't blame you, because of there's not much to do when you start off a Korean road. There's only like tiny launches and stuff like that, and me just saying all this random stuff is just trying to keep you guys entertained while you're watching, you know. But the solid rocket booster is gonna make us push the atmosphere way too fast. I mean, we're at 150 meters per second, and we're only like 1,000, 2,000 meters up. 300 meters is almost 300 meters per second. There you go. And we're gonna go to 400 meters per second. There you go. We're getting some serious atmospheric drag now. Let's just save this. We got a lot of speed because of that rocket, and I'm wanting to save it, so let's just do our gravity turn now. Oh, what's going on? Why is it just tilting over there? Oh, it's because another mod that I have is Ferrum Aerospace, and because of this, it's making my rocket go this way because of drag and whatnot. Oh, wrong button. I wanted to angle down more. Let's see how high we are. We're not above the atmosphere yet. Okay, we're technically above the atmosphere, but I am going to angle this way. There you go. So we can get more lateral velocity. And actually no, let's just go back in here. Because there's for every body there's high altitude and low altitude science. For Kerbin, I think that low altitude science is from like 7,000 kilometers to 300 kilometers, and high orbital science is like 300 kilometers and above. I think to the sphere of influence change, but I'm not completely sure about that. Oh, look at that calming music of space and swagginess. So peaceful and calm. If I wanted to, I think I could have made this craft go into orbit possibly, but I just don't have enough fuel or delta V. It definitely does have the potential to get into orbit, tell you the truth, because we're about to run out of fuel and we're only like 400 meters per second away from being able to get into orbit. So let me get all this lovely science. There you go. Let's get all the science that we can. EVA reports, keep data, go back in, observe mystery goo, and let's send this. Transmit data. Now we're kind of spinning randomly, so I'm just going to use this GD technique here. Oh, dang it. What I was going to do was that I was going to, when I hit the retrograde marker, I was going to like time warp while I was on the retrograde position, so this thing would have this thing would be the end of that, so that the air would be impacting, because daily reentry can be a meanie sometimes. Can I like select this antenna at all? Stop transmitting. There you go. Abort transmission. Because that was the one I did. So review data. Yeah, we sent it. Okay, so all I can do now is I think state. Yeah, there you go. That's all I can do. Stage. And we can just let air take us away. I deployed the parachute in case I won't be able to do it via staging, but I should be able to. I'm not sure what deadly reentry does to parachutes now that I think about it. Ah! Reentry. This capsule is getting pretty warm, but literally it's only 20 degrees centigrade higher than the Oh gosh! What happened? Oh no, our parachute broke. Ah, come on. Really? I knew that would happen. Ah, come on. That's mean. We're so screwed. I'm sorry, Jebediah. You were supposed to be like the most amazing one of them all, but I failed you. You did not fail, I have failed you. Ah, come on. That's so crap. Jebediah, you're gonna die, I'm sorry. You have Dia on your name, so I guess you're asking for it. Can I slow down sufficiently with that? No, I'm sorry. Oh. It's only been our third launch and we already killed a Kerbal, especially it was Jebediah. We already killed Jebediah. Oh my gosh. Ah, man. Of all the people that had to die, Jebediah, really? Come on. Wow, I feel so bad. Ah, man. But I think I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode 3 of Kerbal X, and things will be picking up from now on if you thought this episode was boring. And if you made it this far, you're awesome, and I'll catch you guys later.